Good morning, my friends. Lama, Jigme, Gyatso of the Buddha Joy Meditation School. I apologize if I appear a bit haggard. My back went out again yesterday. Not a lot of fun. I'm reminded of a conversation I had. At a restaurant, someone approached me and asked me if I taught meditation. After giving her an invitation, one of my invitations to an upcoming class, she explained that she was in the practice of looking for flaws in potential teachers because if she found a flaw, she wouldn't accept their teachings. What a profoundly efficient way to feel spiritual yet not do the work. You see, my friends, when we look at the Mahaparinibbana Sutta, or when we look at the Sutta of the Kali Dilemma, the test of a teacher is simply causality. In other words, when you apply the techniques consistently and enthusiastically, you get results you like. If you don't, go find a better teacher and knock yourself out. If you get good results, come back to the teacher. Get more techniques. It's super simple. That's the only test. Now, I have to call bullshit on people who say they won't receive techniques from people whose characters they find flawed, because if they wanted to lose weight, they would get diet advice from Hitler if it worked. All they care about is, will it take the weight off in a manner that's healthy and sustainable. That's all they care about. And so often some folks be like, okay, I feel the need to be spiritual, but I really don't want to do the work, so I'm going to go through the motions so I can feel blameless. Oh, it's not that I'm not spiritual, I just can't find a teacher who's worthy of how awesome I truly am. Bullshit. Here's another one. Men, women, have you ever dated someone whose self-esteem was so fragile they could only feel good about themselves if they found flaws in you? They were good at finding flaws even if the flaws were not there. Oh, what a joy that is. Well, I remember on the first date, some girl said, "You're probably not as spiritual as you think you are. I've already found a few flaws in you." Oh my goodness. Folks, I suppose there are three ways to view a partner or a potential partner. Someone to look down upon, someone to just take for granted and use, or someone in whom you can find intellectual and emotional things that are laudable and are praiseworthy and that you can be inspired by. I'm a dating snob. I only date people whose minds and hearts impress the hell out of me. There's always something to learn. No one is an expert in everything. And regardless of how far someone has evolved upon the path, we are subject to interdependence. And those around us either bring us down or bring us up. And it's important to find someone that you respect intellectually and emotionally, whose values are in alignment with yours. And I can tell you that love is never wasted. Respect is never wasted. I've heard people say, "I loved them with all my heart and now it's over and I wasted all that love." No, you didn't. What if love was like a muscle? When you do push-ups increase our strength. That effort isn't wasted, it's invested. What if love is like a spiritual workout? The more we love, the better we get at loving. But what if there are two types of love? There's love with a small l, which really isn't love. It's greed, it's possessiveness. I like the way I look in your eyes. I like what you do for me. I like what I hope you will do for me. That's self-centered, and that would be love with a small l. And love with a big L would be more like, I love your mind, I love your body, I love being in your life. I love the opportunity to make you happy. I love the enthusiasm with which you strive to make me happy. I love our present partnership. I love our potential partnership. I love all the good we can do together. Life is full of expectations and disappointments. And contrary to what memes you've read on Facebook, there is no healthy way to control our expectations. What's other than noticing them and relaxing. Other than that, everything else will simply multiply neurosis, and nobody wants that. There's nothing wrong with expectations. Yes, they bring disappointment, but everything brings disappointment. Everything brings with it potential pleasure or pain. And the greatest pains we experience are typically due to trying to avoid pain. Let us neither greedily chase pleasure nor hatefully flee pain, but simply center through the practice of noticing and relaxing, and as such put ourselves in a position where we can practice centered spontaneity. If we do that, life will be a fantastic adventure. We will feel the full range of human emotions, pleasurable and painful, but not in a way that destroys us, in a way that enriches us, in a way that evolves us. Show of hands, how many people have tried to get meaningful advice from the vapid, the superficial, people who have never really suffered? To quote a Billy Joel song, people who have no scars upon their face. It doesn't really work, is it? It's kind of worthless advice, but if you get advice from someone who's been around the block a time or two, someone who's ascended the heights and descended the valleys, you're more apt to get some meaningful input. I want to have a profound effect on the world. I suspect you do too. When a friend pulls you aside and says, I'm having a tough time, you don't want to offer them vapid, worthless, empty-headed platitudes that have the emotional depth of saran wrap. You do not want that. What you desire is to be able to listen to them and make them feel heard and offer them insight when they want it in a way they can process it, which will help them get to the next level. Each of us want our friends to learn what we did faster than we did, less painfully than we did, so they can evolve faster than us. And that is love with a big L. May you and yours be healthy and happy. Hasta la bye-bye.